Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss new topic from biophysics chapter, and that topic is dialysis. But before going to start dialysis, let us have a short recap on our previous topic, that is surface tension. So let us start. Surface tension. Surface tension is the manifestation of attracting forces in between atoms or molecules. So it is the output of attracting forces in between atoms and molecules. So for understanding purpose, this is a container which contains liquid substance, and this liquid substance is composed of various liquid molecules, and each of these molecule have attractive forces. For example, here is the one molecule, another molecule, and these are the so many molecules are present in the liquid substance, and each of these molecules have the attractive forces and which attracts another molecules towards them. So these attractive forces are different at the surface level, while there is a difference in both the attractive forces for molecules which are present in the depth and the molecules which are present on the surface. So if we take a container which contains liquid, and that liquid is composed of molecules, so if we consider first two parts, that means molecules which are present at the surface and molecules which are present in the depth. So let us consider first condition, that is molecules which are present within the depth of liquid. So within the depth of the liquid, each molecule is attracted equally from all directions. That means attractive forces equally from all directions, so that these molecules can freely move in the depth of liquid. While talking about molecules which are present on the surface, molecules at the liquid air surface, that means these molecules. So molecules which are present on the surface get attracted only by molecules within the depth of liquid, and there are relatively few molecules in the gas above the water surface to exert any upward force. So there are few molecules from above side, so that there is a less attractive force, but more molecules are present in the depth, so that attraction is towards downward direction. So consequently it tends to be pulled inward and its freedom of movement get restricted. So more force is from downward direction, so that molecules get attracted or pulls towards the depth of the liquid. For the same reason, the surface of the liquid tries to pull itself together and shrinks in order to occupy the least possible area. That means these molecules which are present on the surface are trying to pull towards the depth of liquid, and so that they always try to least the possible surface area. That means they try to decrease surface area. This energy with which the surface molecules closely added together are called as surface tension. So surface tension is the tension or the force which is created by the surface molecules. Solutes alter surface tension. So in the substance there are various solutes are present, and the character of that solutes alter the surface tension. If the solutes are inorganic salt, then they generally raise the surface tension, while organic substances reduces surface tension of water. bile salts, protein, phospholipids, oils, soaps. These are the some example of organic substances, and these organic substances reduce the surface tension. Then physiological importance of surface tension. The globular shape of an oil drop in the water, and the reason behind that globular shape of oil on the water is the surface tension. So surface tension is responsible for the globular shape of oil drop in water, also the fat particles in the milk. Then another importance, that is bile salts reduce surface tension of fat, converting it into an emulsion. So for emulsification of fat, bile salts plays important role, and through this surface tension property, the bile salts reduces the surface tension of fats and convert them into emulsion, so that fats get easily digested and absorbed from the intestine. So let us start our today's topic, that is dialysis. So dialysis is a process by which more diffusible materials can be separated from non-diffusible materials. So it is the process in which diffusible substances get separated from non-diffusible substances. For example, water solution of egg albumin and sugar has taken in upper smaller container whose open bottom is covered with semi-permeable membrane. For understanding purpose, here we have take an example of solution, and that solution contains egg albumin as well as sugar molecules. So out of these two solutes or two materials, that means egg albumin and sugar molecules. So egg albumins are non-diffusible while sugar molecules are diffusible. So the water solution of egg albumin and sugar has taken in the upper smaller container. So let us understand with the help of diagram. So here we have taken two containers. So this one is the larger container and this one is the smaller upper container. So we have taken here a water solution of egg albumin and sugar in upper smaller container. That means in this upper smaller container we have taken sugar molecules as well as egg albumin with the water, but the bottom of this smaller upper container is open with the semi permeable membrane. So whose open bottom is covered with semi permeable membrane. That means the bottom of the upper container is covered with the semi permeable membrane. The semi-permeable membrane has got selective permeability to water and sugar molecules, but not to macromolecules. That means egg albumin. This container is suspended partially in the water of a large container. So let us understand with the help of this diagram. So this is our large container, while this is our upper smaller container, and the base or the bottom of this upper smaller container base of this upper smaller container is covered with semi permeable membrane, and that semi permeable membrane has got selective permeability to water and sugar molecules, so that water molecules can easily pass through this semi permeable membrane. Also sugar molecules can easily pass through this semi permeable membrane, but not to macromolecules. That means larger molecules. Macromolecules means larger molecules, and here the macromolecules are the egg albumin. So these egg albumin molecules cannot pass through this semi permeable membrane because these molecules are non diffusible or non dialyzable. This container is suspended partially in the water. So this upper smaller container is partially suspended in water which is present in the larger container. So due to selective permeability, the sugar molecules will ultimately go into water, leaving behind only albumin. So after some time, the sugar molecules and water molecules can pass through this semi-permeable membrane, and in upper smaller container only egg albumins are left. So due to the selective permeability, the sugar molecules will ultimately go into water, leaving behind only albumin and little water, as the albumin is impermeable to this membrane. So egg albumin is non diffusible from this membrane, so that there remains only in the upper smaller container, and sugar molecules and water molecules pass through this semi permeable membrane. So let us see the physiological importance of the dialysis. Whenever the bigger particles are held back and only small and particles are allowed to pass through a membrane, depending upon the osmotic pressure, dialysis comes into the action. So whenever the bigger particles or non-diffusible particles get separated from the diffusible particles, that process is the process of dialysis. For example, during absorption from intestine, the bigger food particles are held back while the smaller diffusible particles get absorbed. Then second example, in the capillary area, the bigger albumin and globulin, these are the bigger particles, and they are not ordinarily allowed to pass into the tissue fluid. So this is the physiological importance. Also in the artificial kidney, or we can say it as in the renal failure patients, dialysis plays important role for the filtration of the blood. So while talking about renal failure patient, so in that patient, so dialysis is the procedure to remove waste materials and toxic substances and to restore normal volume and composition of body fluid in the severe renal failure. So in renal failure patient, that means whose kidney get failure and filtration of blood is hampered in these patients, so that this dialysis helps in these patients. And in this procedure, there is a removal of waste materials and toxic substances are get removed, while ultimately the normal volume and composition of blood get maintained. So in renal failure, this dialysis procedure is very important. And in these patients, this procedure is also called as hemodialysis, because there is a dialysis of blood. So what is meant by artificial kidney? So artificial kidney is the machine that is used to carry out dialysis during renal failure. So it is used to treat the patient suffering from acute renal failure as well as chronic or permanent renal failure. So in renal failure patient, dialysis process plays important role, as their blood is filtered with the help of this artificial kidney, because their kidney is get failure condition, so that this artificial kidney plays important role in the filtration of blood or maintaining of the normal volume and composition of the blood. So here we have completed our last topic, that is dialysis. So thanks for watching this video.